shoot, he's in the same shirt. He's recording 2 videos in one day. Hey, yo.
Whoa, get it.
What's good with y'all? You already know who it is. Back with another video today, talking about tips for setting financial goals, right? Subscribe, like, you know, until we take care of business around here, right? Today's becoming about financial goals. Setting financial goals, especially as a young person, at least in my experience, it's always been kind of weird because it's like, let's say, oh, I got solid 10 bands, but then it's just like 10 bands can't really do nothing in the bigger scheme of things, but it's also more than I've ever had before. So what do I do now? So let's talk about the mindset you gotta have and just tips for getting into that pattern of setting financial goals, right? Tip number 1, to go off what I stated in a previous video, cushion that you have, cushion should go up a certain amount. Let's say you got $1,000 in your name, $500 cushion, paid, now you got $2,500. Your cushion should now increase. Your cushion should now be $1,000. You get paid again, let's say you don't buy anything, bam, you got 5 bands now. Cushion should be 2 bands. Your cushion should always grow with the amount of money that you're making so that your view on how much money you have is always large. Big money, I need big safety. You enter your safety zone, which is 0. Can't spend nothing more than that because that's my safety zone. That's how much I feel comfortable with having in my account. Mindset thing. Cushion for a mindset, right? The way you think about your assets, right? Money is supposed to be utilized. It comes and it goes. You don't get complacent. You get complacent with 10 bands if you feel like you can spend $9,500 of it. You don't get complacent when you feel like you only got $3,500 left and you got like rent and shit like that. So now you're like, oh, okay, well, let me focus on growing my money. Number 2 is gonna be making sure that whatever position you are in, whatever job that you have, giving you the most return on investment, right? If I'm working at Starbucks and I'm getting $16 an hour, but I know that I could be a server somewhere else and be making up to $23 an hour. It's gonna be more work. Average, you'd be making more being a server, doing a little bit more work for the same amount of time. That's how you start increasing your money flow. You gotta go where the money is. The balloon's gonna be popping red over here. They're gonna be popping zebra over here. You gotta go to the zebras. They give you more bread, especially when you're young, high school, college, where it's not like this is your career. This isn't like a full-time job for you. This is part-time. You're doing this 20, 25 hours a week. Number 3 is if you are somebody who is trying to buy a car, if you're trying to save up for an apartment, aim for the next planet, aim for the next galaxy, because whether you get there or not, you'll still be super, super far ahead, right? Apartment, $1,200. Last month's rent, yada, yada, yada. Let's say $1,200. Hey, I need $3,600, right? Oh, it's gonna be to save up $3,600. It's something crazy. I'm gonna save up for 15 bands for this apartment, right? So now I'm working like I need to save up 15 bands from scratch. Time comes to buy the apartment. Damn, I don't have the 15 bands, but guess what? I got 13.5. All I really needed was $3,600. Now the $3,600 is taken away and I have all this extra money and all this extra bread. The way that you thought about making bread is like you was making it from scratch. You was thinking smarter, acting harder. You were working like you needed, like you were about to die about it. This is something to be careful with because it's very easy to do this to yourself and then feel defeated when you don't hit it, right? You gotta be able to control your emotions and know that if you don't hit the goal that you set, that is perfectly fine because you were probably gonna hit the goal that you needed to get. My next tip, this is gonna be kind of a hot take. There's somebody in your life that you are really close to, that you really like talking to, or that gives you really good advice on things, but they are not where you are wanting to be. Don't talk to them about that. They can give you good ideas and get advice on principles, but when it comes to acting stuff out, don't do it. If you're gonna talk to somebody about a money move that you're gonna make or something that's kind of risky, proceed with caution or go with the grain of salt. Take the game, don't take the disc. Feel me? Number 5 goes along with a little bit with number 1 about complacency and confidence. When you set a financial goal and you hit it, you can feel satisfied, but don't get complacent in that feeling. If you want to go further, you can be okay having 50 bands, but what you don't want is to finally get to $50,000 and then not worry about maintaining that. Think about whether you want to keep going or if you want to maintain. Because once you hit something, it's harder to keep something than it is to get it. So whenever you set these financial goals, determine whether or not that's something that you want to keep in flex or something, or if that's just a stepping stone towards something greater. My final tip, when you think about your financial goals, you got to think of the rate of return with that thing, right? I work 5 days a week. My school and my classes are perfectly fine. I'm passing all my classes. I work 5 days a week. I personally don't like going out. I don't drink, I don't smoke. That's just something I don't like doing. So I'm perfectly fine with not going out at social events because a lot of times they have those things. If it's an event that doesn't have that, damn, right? But majority of the time, I can bet that that's gonna be the case. So I'm perfectly fine giving up going to social events with my friends because we can just do something else together, right? If you're going to work harder or do more to gain more, go on a trip, or just because you want to, you have to weigh the pros and the cons of doing that, because sometimes it's just not worth it. So something you gotta weigh out. You can work every living and waking moment of your life if you really wanted to, and if you can figure out a way to sleep, eat, and get all that shit done while working as much as you can and getting as better as you can, that'd be perfectly fine. But at some point, suffer because there are things that you like doing that you are no longer doing. And that's perfectly fine to be like, you know what, I really want to go on this trip, but I don't want to go on this trip so much that I go insane because I haven't sat down and like had a date with my girlfriend in a while. That's something that you gotta think, and that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean that you're not ambitious. It doesn't mean that you're not trying to get your bread, right? At the end of the day, you're living for you, and you don't have anything to prove to anybody else. So you have to get yours and make some shake the way you want it to shake. And that's just what it is. But anyways, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all did, hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna try to make and drop vids every day for 30 days. It is like 10 o'clock, so I'm kind of tired. I'm about to work out and hit the hay up. Stay tuned. We got more videos coming up. I got some vlogs, some like day in the life. That's day in the life vlog. There's some life vlogs, some updates, more financial advice, college stuff. Got some stuff for y'all in high school, putting y'all on game.
Hey, yo, Fraxel, this the one.